How's it going, everybody? For those that don't know me, I'm a little impatient. Waiting sucks, especially when it's stuff that I want. And in this particular case, I really want to know what the groups are for the RLCS. We've got NA Regional 2 for Winter coming down this weekend. And with it being a Monday right now, this will probably come out on Wednesday. I want to know what the groups are. And sometimes RLCS takes too long. So I'm just going to do it myself. I hope you guys are okay with that, chat. We're hanging out here at twitch.tv/Lawler. Where we stream every day but Tuesday and Sunday. Come hang out with us. There's a lot of YouTube frogs that have been coming out and chat. See Kudiv right there, he's one of them. He used to be one of you guys, YouTube frogs over there. Come do both, hang out, watch the videos, all that kind of stuff. But we're gonna take and show you guys step by step what actually goes into making the groups for the RLCS this time around. There's three important things. There's tiebreakers that they follow. The first tiebreaker is the three most recent events, including majors. So they're gonna take Winter Regional 1 results, Fall Major, Regional 3. Take those points together. Based upon those points is determining who goes in what group, who's what seed, etc. If they're still tied after that, they'll then do overall RLCS points, how you've performed throughout the entire season. And then last but not least, they take the closed qualifier results. If you got in 3-2 versus 3-0 versus 3-1, depending on what that is, that's how they'll determine that stuff as well. So we're going to go through that. We're going to talk about some of the interesting storylines as well that came through. So with that said, let's jump into it. So, as you guys can see, I've got a document that is on the screen. It's got a bunch of different things. Number one, it's got all the teams. These are all your top 23 teams, just so we have a little bit of leeway. We've also got all their total points for the RLCS. This is how they've performed throughout the entire season. We've got their results from each individual event, and then their three most recent, if I don't mess up dragging that down. Okay? These are the tiebreakers, and based upon where people are seated. Based upon how you perform determines on where they go. A couple things to pay attention, though, as we full screen this. In the main event, the top 8 performing teams. Energy to Ghost Gaming, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These were the teams that finished top 8 last regional. They automatically get put in. These teams come from a closed qualifier. Some pretty exciting things about the closed qualifier. Charlotte Phoenix and RBG played in a tiebreaker to determine who automatically got into the closed qualifier and who had to play through open qualifiers. RBG won that tiebreaker. Charlotte Phoenix came in through the open qualifier and then actually qualified in the closed qualifier, while RBG did not, which is pretty insane. Also, Gentlemen, you guys may remember this team with a certain player named Blaze who hit a crazy backboard shot. No longer Blaze, No Mansion Cheese, and KX are playing very well. They qualified 3-0 against some pretty prolific teams. A lot of people are looking at XSET with their 3-0 qualifier, but the teams they played, I'm not too keen on, strength of schedule reasons and stuff like that. So there is some pretty exciting storylines coming in from the closed qualifiers, but a lot of familiar faces. Oxygen, who performed really well, is coming back. You've also got Rogue, Shopify Rebellion with Parth, who looked really good. You've got Sonics, NXT, which is a combination of DVS and something else. I forget off the top of my head, but they merged and became a team. You've also got Charlotte Phoenix making a return, which is awesome. So a lot of teams making a return. Pretty good stuff. Ghost should have auto-qualified with top 8 results. I'm pretty sure is how it was. If they didn't make top 8 last time, let me double check that. I think they might just be taking top 8 points overall. Oh yeah, Ghost got eliminated. It is overall points. So they just take top 8 from overall points. This was the whole debate I had with Chrome. So let me reiterate that. They're coming in from the point ranking. So they are taking your overall points. These, if you're top 8, you get in automatically. Straight up. But then they reseed after that. After they determine that, after they determine this, they then reseed these, which is where this whole debate gets in. We'll not get into that. So that's kind of where we're at. We've got our 8 teams, which are these 8 that are automatically in from the overall points. But this is just to determine who gets in. Okay? Once they get all 16 teams in, then they seed. Rather than saying these are your top 8 from overall points, and then you're saying, hey, this is 1 through 8. That's just the way it is. They're going to reseed these, which I don't know if I agree with or not. That's up to debate. So this is how it's going to go. We've got our 16 teams. That's what these are right here. These are your 16 teams. I've got them bolded on the side here. The ones that are not bold, we can probably just hit the delete key on just to make it easier. So these are your 16 teams. We are going to take their points and the 3 most recent events and go top to bottom. So number 1, 1051 is NRG. That's your first seed. Second seed, FaZe Clan has 860. Second seed. The third seed, 860, 711, which is going to be G2. And the group for 711, 610 is the next highest. So you've got Complexity. We then go to the 5th overall, which is a tie. So you've got 450 and 450 from Space Station and Envy, which is a tie. Space Station, we then go to the next overall RLCS points, which has tie as well. Closed qualifier doesn't work, so they go based upon the most recent event, which is Space Station. So Space Station ends up being 5, and then Envy is 6, is how it will be. After that, we then go to the next point total down, which is actually Oxygen at 340. Number 8 after Oxygen, the 340 will be 260, which will be V1. We then go to 9. So less than 210 will be G2. Or not G2, it's Ghost Gaming. Man, this is going to be... Whew, some people are going to be upset. So Ghost has 210 points. What's the next lowest? Or the next highest? 180, which is Rogue. After Rogue, which is 180, is 160. So you've got Shopify Rebellion. Oof, man. 160. What's next after 160? 130, which is then XSET. So XSET is your 12 seed. Oh my gosh, these groups, man. Holy. All right. 13. You then take, so 130. We're now looking at 130, 110. 110, 110, 00. So you're looking at between Sonics and Charlotte Phoenix. Sonics has more overall points. So Sonics is the higher seed. Then you go Charlotte Phoenix. Now you're looking at Gentleman and NXT. They're both tied at 0 points for the 3 most recent events. So then we go down to overall points. They both have 100, so we're tied there. We then go down to closed qualifier results. So we go to closed qualifiers between Gentleman and NXT. Gentleman performed better, so they get the higher seed. So Gentlemen go here, and NXT goes here. That's your groups. Based upon if we keep things the same, those are your groups for this weekend. Group A, Energy, V1, Rogue, and Gentleman. Group B, FaZe, Oxygen, Ghost Gaming, and NXT. Group C, G2, Envy, XSET, and Sonics. And Group D, Complexity, Space Station, Shopify Rebellion, and Charlotte Phoenix. Couple things to pay attention to, chat. I look at these 3 teams. Not a single one of those to me looks easy. I look at all of those and I say, I don't know who takes first, second, third. I think there is arguments for people to flip based upon where results are going to go. I can assume who I think is going to take 1 overall, but you just never know. Case in point, we look at last weekend with Dignitas, right? At certain points, Dignitas should have been 3-0 in their group. They go 1 and 2, make a lower bracket run. There is no guarantee that is going to happen. You have to win the games in front of you to give yourself an advantage. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. But you look at all these, and none of these look easy. You got an SR that's looking pretty solid lately with Parth. Who knows how that goes for Complexity? XSET might take a loss instead of like, you just don't know. Maybe Gentleman Rogue are playing for a tiebreaker. We don't know, dude. It is going to be rough. But based upon how groups look, based upon the math, based upon the way tiebreakers work, that's what we're looking. That is what we're looking. The only thing that I am uncertain on 100% is because Complexity and Space Station share a ton of tiebreakers. So Complexity, Space Station have a ton of tiebreakers that are similar, and that's the only concern I have. But Complexity has overall points, so that's where that comes in. Space Station, Envy are 450 here, and they're tied here. They're identical. So Space Station, Envy, and where these two are, I think the reason why I gave Space Station out is because they did better in a more recent event. Like usually Sonics goes recency bias. So they have 300 points versus Envy 60. So I'm pretty sure that's why Space Station gets this seed, despite 3 most recent events is tied. Overall RLCS points is tied. Close qualifier they didn't play in. So I'm pretty sure they give it to Space Station based upon the most recent event because they didn't play in close qualifiers. That third tiebreaker doesn't exist. So I'm pretty sure they go with, oh yeah, you did better in Winter Regional 1, so you get the nod. So there's a chance that these two are swapped, but I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to be. So based upon the way things look, that is your groups. What do you think, chat? What do you guys think? Some of those look pretty nasty. I'll be casting these. I can tell you that. That's going to be exciting. But pretty wild stuff. Again, I talk about how once you make it into top 16, especially with round robin groups and how everything plays, once you get into bracket, I think every team has a way to get a victory depending on how they're playing on the day. If things are going well and they're vibing, there is a pretty good chance that you could see some massive upsets. All it takes is one game in those lower brackets to completely change things. Eventually we will see the bottom 4 assumably get eliminated. You never know with upsets. That gives us our top 12. After that first round, we then get down to our top 8, then 6, and then we keep going from there. So some pretty exciting stuff here, chat. I'm looking forward to that. So I will make sure to tweet this out. I will make sure to put this on the social medias for everybody to give you guys kind of general idea of what I think is going to happen. But it should be pretty exciting. Again, stuff I think will balance out as the season goes on with all the different regionals and baseball streams, but pretty exciting stuff. But chat, any additional questions, comments, concern, you guys know what to do. You can either ask me in chat at twitch.tv/Lawler, where we stream every day but Tuesday and Sunday. Feel free to come hang out with us. It's where we're chilling most of the time, doing watch parties and everything else. Or if you're on YouTube and you have additional questions, make sure you drop those in the comments down below. I will do my best to get to those and answer those. I will link everything but this document because it's my own document and it's internal that I have to keep up to date and stuff. But I'll link the tweet. I'll link all the stuff that I have. You can always go back and pause and stuff like that. But if you guys enjoy the content, you like this kind of stuff, you like me trying to keep up to date on explaining why these things happen, give the video a thumbs up. Make sure you share it with your friends. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications. And chat, I'll leave you with the final words. What do you guys want to say to the lovely YouTube frogs? Make it nice. Say something nice. Or you can spam emojis. I'm okay with emojis too. Gus needs to go water the plants. I like that. Any fellow plant dads or moms out there, go water your plants. Set up a schedule. It's a good idea. That's going to do it for us. Have a good one, everybody.